Deleted session, May 31, 1978. Now, some people who are very wealthy cannot truly enjoy their wealth in their need to protect it. They imagine that thieves will steal it away. They might wear imitation baubles instead, while leaving their real jewels hidden in a bank vault. The greater their wealth, the more some such people struggle to protect it. In some cases, the individual's money or jewels are not even available to them themselves, but hidden in the bank's deep vaults, behind all kinds of barriers and hidden time locks that must be cared for by bank attendants. Such people do not want publicity, for someone might find their address and rob their valuables, those that remain at home. Now, to some extent, you and Ruber felt enough the same way to make the analogy. Only Ruber was the one who constructed the edifice that would protect his own abilities, first of all, and yours as well. Beliefs are the attendants, not strangers at all. With such an edifice, Ruber can only use his abilities under certain conditions, and he imagines all kinds of impulses, situations, or whatever that might steal them away, or steal away the time necessary to express them. Just like our millionaire, who everywhere imagines in the most innocent face the gluttonous look of the thief to be. The millionaire checks all of the locks, perhaps, or has the bank president show him the latest security measures that are being taken, and to some degree, now, Ruber and you to a lesser degree have checked Ruber's security system. Was it secure enough to keep you from accepting invitations, to allow you to avoid distractions or emotional complications that might arise from any considerable contact with others in, say, professional terms? Ruber built the edifice, but you looked on, for though you disliked the building blocks, say the symptoms, you thought until very lately that it did serve its purpose very well. This is a partial answer to your question, voiced earlier. One thing does not depend upon the other in what I am about to say. You have both built an excellent edifice of a different kind, in Ruber's books and mine, and in the sessions themselves. An edifice most admirable, and one that is composed of a kind of material that on its own possesses, among other characteristics, automatical self-protective ones. Not trusting that, however, or understanding this, Ruber constructed a security system of his own, and with the best of misguided intentions. Unfortunately, the system itself began to impede the very abilities it was meant to protect. Such abilities must have freedom and insist upon it, and so the security system itself always felt in jeopardy. The body kept insisting that it was being put upon most severely. Our last session should also be read in context with this one. Now give us a moment. As given in the last session, the cost of running the security system was finally becoming too great, and at different times strong efforts were made to dispense with it. The old beliefs were still there, however, and between the two of you, at the first hint of danger, Ruber hastily put the system back together again. The dilemma between expression and protection is a paramount one in your world, and the people handle it differently. Ruber began to feel hopeless about his condition, more and more dissatisfied with it, yet no longer certain that he could dispense with it, even if he made his mind up to do so. and you often felt the same way. Your household situation was set up with Rupert's immobility, relatively speaking, largely uncontested. As it became harder for him to navigate, it became easier for him to stay at home. Now you are contesting the issue, and in doing so, some patterns should become apparent. It takes your time and his now to encourage his walking, and if this is in working hours, both of your old beliefs are directly challenged. His body's improvement directly challenges those old beliefs and brings them into the open. I do not want to overstate, but it is as if, for example, the upper portion of his body had been held in a vice. That vice is indeed breaking up. I have largely explained this before. But the position of the arms, trunk, neck, jaw, head, and the ribs were all related. The arms were not just shortened, but only worked in certain restricted positions, where they were relatively reliable. All of that is changing, and must for the further release of the working mechanisms. Some discomfort is involved, and that discomfort instantly brings up feelings about belief in the body. Rupert's faith in his body is growing, but each such situation, right now at least, can and should be a new learning process. You have seldom assured him that one day he would be walking normally, because, of course, you are also caught in the same dilemma. Often in your society, you are afraid to hope for the best, because you have been taught so long that misfortune is in one way or another the natural course of events. In that light, faith or hope seem tricksters. Rupert in particular, and you also, must understand that he can indeed recover normally, that he can indeed walk normally again, and moreover, that normal walking is the body's natural tendency, his body's as well as anyone else's. You must realize that expression and not repression is the natural complement of creative abilities, and that in freeing his body, in encouraging physical mobility, he also encourages and frees his inspiration, his psychic awareness and creativity. Give us a moment. Your joint determination is very strong and is working for you. Definitely encourage his walking as you have planned to together. The disorientation leading to lesser walking for a while was simply the body's way of protecting itself during periods of initial imbalances. Enough of that is over, however, and Rupert is determined enough now, so that whatever you decide upon can be followed through. Though the distances might vary, you will see an overall improvement, however. The whole area of work, time, inspiration, and protection should be explored and kept in the open, and Rupert should write some kind of statement that expresses his understanding of the matter thus far and states his questions. Try to arrange it so that the working periods still give each of you, say, a certain amount of time between for your creative pursuits. I will have more at our next session. The important thing to remember is that the edifice was created and can be torn down. Again, Rupert's body can perform better. End of session, and a fond good evening. Just said okay.